Madam Speaker, we know that the Prime Minister now has a carbon tax coalition with the separatist Bloc Québécois. And we know that he did this because he could not maintain his existing coalition. The pressure that Conservatives mounted on the NDP forced them to collapse and admit that they have been wrong all along. But I remind the House that there has only been one party that has been consistent throughout and will be consistent forever. We are the only common sense party that will axe the tax for everything, for everybody, for everywhere, forever. I note that the NDP today has now performed yet another flip-flop. Originally they wanted to quadruple the tax. Yesterday they said they wanted to pause the tax. And today they won't take a position because they have omitted mention of the Prime Minister's quadrupling of the tax into the motion. They don't want to stick by their position. They think that they will quietly sneak back into the carbon tax coalition and have nobody notice. Well, their constituents are noticing. And that's why working class people across the country are abandoning the NDP in droves. Even the NDP Premier of Manitoba has now said that the carbon tax represents an attack on working class people and therefore it cannot work as climate change policy. And I will note that we're getting all pain and no gain from this Prime Minister on the carbon tax because his own Environment Commissioner came out just today and confirmed that under the current policies, including the carbon tax, he will miss his 2030 climate targets. He has missed his Paris Accord climate targets again and again. Emissions continue to rise under his leadership, which proves that the carbon tax was never an environmental policy. It was a tax policy designed to pick the pockets of people and put more money in the hands of politicians to spend. This is political and governmental greed at its worst, and no wonder Canadians have never been worse off than they are after 8 years of this Prime Minister.